Hello and welcome to Red Flags. We are your DOA co-hosts, Donnie, Opie, and Al. And today we've all got brainworms because we're talking about 2006 Slither.
I have it written down as 2005, but I don't remember why.
I don't know. There seems to be controversy around some of these release dates.
Yeah. I don't know where.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't know where I saw that, like that it was 2005, but I did somewhere.
I kept typing in 2008 when I was Googling it.
2008?
Really?
Yeah, for some reason, I was like, yeah, Slither, 2008. And it's like, you mean 2006? Like, yeah, sure.
Dave is MIA for the DOA.
Yep. That's what gives us that wonderful initial.
Yeah. How long did you plan that out?
I've been thinking about calling us DOAD for a couple weeks now, but I don't know if it's too dorky and I didn't want to do it.
Who gives a fuck?
DOAD, I love it.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like sewed.
Yeah. Dodd.
Dode.
We are Dodd.
You're Dodd.
Dode.
Dodd.
We are Dodd.
All right. So we got 95 minutes.
Not a bad time, but I want to know what you're rating it, Opie.
Ooh, that's right. I'm giving it an 8.5.
Fuck.
Right off the bat. This was a fun fucking movie. I don't know why anybody would not like it. We're just having fun. And the makeup and effects are top tier.
Scoff at you.
What are you giving it?
6. And that's me being generous.
Shit.
Oh,
What a putz.
I give it a 6 because it was straight mediocre.
Say what?
you are
It wasn't
fucking
inspiring.
Crazy, yeah.
I do want to mention this though. Like I looked for it, like to see if we had it on what the hell's that app called? Fandango at home.
Yep.
I checked other like websites and like other apps and nothing had it for free. And just at the last minute, I was like, I wonder if I own this movie because I have a lot and I don't know what they all are. So I went and looked on my shelf and sure shit, I have it in a white case with printed letters on it that says, rent this movie, Blockbuster.
Nice.
So when Blockbuster went out of business, I bought a bunch of DVDs, didn't know what they were, and that was one of them.
Nice.
And,
That's crazy.
and I found it quite quickly because I alphabetized my movies. Opie.
Whatever. All right, so 6. What does Donnie give it? Which one of us is
Wait, should I throw Dave's in quick?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, Dave gave it an 8.5.
Nice. That's 2 for 8.5.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Okay, Tony, what do you got?
I dig it. Well, obviously, I'm high on it. I'm starting with a 9
Nice.
because this was one of the first movies I watched that stepped me into the door with like horror films.
Nice.
And it's just a fun movie. I think it's so fun. It has great banter and dialogue that, I mean, you could argue it's probably outdated a little bit, but still really strong. Great acting for 2006. The effects and CGI and makeup and all that is pretty fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to tell you this right now. With the whole special effects thing, you guys are like sucking its dick. And every time something happened, I had to be like, it was 2005. It was 2005.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Come
Seriously,
on.
I'm pretty sure I said it out loud.
No.
I was like, wow, yeah, you can tell that this is like.
Well, there is
20 years old.
much worse in more modern movies.
Hell yeah.
I guarantee that for sure.
For sure.
The fire was straight CGI.
Well,
The worms were
half of it
clearly
was
bad.
practical with CGI, so it was fantastic.
I'm so fucking hungry.
So,
That's
so let me
another-
tell you something about this movie. It did bomb in the box office. Its budget was 15 million, and it only made 12.8.
So it bombed. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, but in my research and looking up, just because I like looking at other people's opinions about movies too. And this is a very popular movie people regard it as a very good campy B movie. And I'll save my comparison for when we really get into the weeds. But yeah, people really like this film as like
The only people that like this film are people that like James Gunn, and that's it.
Whatever, bro. This movie is fantastic.
Do you even know James Gunn?
No, but did
So
you know this
that
was
just
his
ruined
first
my whole
movie?
point. So you could have said like, I don't even know James Gunn.
Oh, honestly, I'm not super familiar with his movies like Guardian of the Galaxy or Super.
How do you not know Guardians of the Galaxy?
I know them, but I've never actually watched.
Did I tell you why I loved that movie like right off the bat?
Why?
I know this isn't the same fucking movie, but I just wanted to tell Opie this story because it's important to both of us.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? I wish I had like some sad music to play. But like, so I went into that theater not knowing a damn thing about even what Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Yep.
And when it starts off with this kid and he's at the hospital and his mother is dying in 1988. And I was like, this seems very fucking familiar. Except he walks out of the hospital and then gets abducted by aliens and becomes a superhero. Where we just kind of didn't.
Aliens never came and saved us.
That we know of. Maybe we are.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we're in a simulation.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
Yeah. Berenstein, not Berenstain.
Fuck.
Whatever. Do you know Super? Have you ever seen that? Either of you guys?
Super. What is that? Like Super 8, the movie?
No, it's like a superhero movie, but it's a James Gunn movie.
Yeah. Well, do you know?
I know of it.
Do you know of? Let's see here. Lollipop Chainsaw.
Negative. He also did one called PG Porn.
Damn it! I was gonna bring that one up. I told Donnie about that yesterday.
Have you seen it?
No,
Oh,
of course not. I
no.
didn't know what the fuck that was. I don't know. It's called PG porn. It's called James Gunn's PG porn. Like he stamped his name on it.
The best part was like,
fuck yeah, that's me.
When you were listing off last night, you were like, here's some sample James Gunn movies. You started listing off. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I know that one. You're like, you started getting more obscure, and then you're like, James Gunn's PG porn. And you were so proud of it. And I was like, that's a thing?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of curious.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
He also, did you say Suicide Squad and Peacemaker?
Yeah. The good Suicide Squad, not the poor one.
Okay, first of all, you need to calm down. You need to take several seats because there's no need to get this hostile over Suicide Squad.
We're getting hostile over Suicide Squad.
Once again,
in
I've
a
never seen it.
podcast about Slither.
You've never seen Suicide Squad? Oh, that's right. It's not a horror movie.
It's a sort of, I don't know, whatever. When I think of James Gunn, I think of that fashion show.
Fashion show?
Yeah, the
What?
runway, top runway show with Tyra Banks.
What is
One of
that?
the judges is, I want to say Tim Gunn,
Oh,
and he's famous for saying, make it work.
all right.
Oh.
Well, I never watched it, but you know.
So anytime I think of James Gunn, I always think of Tim Gunn.
And you're like, make it work?
Yep, I'm thinking of a very,
Guess who's in this fucking movie, Opie?
what? Who?
Nathan motherfucking Fillion.
Yeah, I like him.
Which the same person who told me that they wanted their money back for watching this movie also did not like Nathan Fillion.
Really?
And he said that he didn't like the acting. Maybe it was kind of cheesy. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, even though I was told this morning.
I don't know. I
but
thought it was all real good.
But
He's in Serenity, Firefly, and Castle. So he's kind of famous.
yeah, and he's also in a whole ass TV show called The Rookie, where he's a cop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I did want to look up and see how many acting roles he has as a cop because I feel like it's a lot.
Probably.
He-
has
it
one of
seems
those
like a lot.
faces, yeah. He's got like.
But if you count Firefly, that because he's a space cop, I guess, kind of, or is he a bandit? I've never watched it.
I'm not sure.
Dave would be so upset with me.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that last time about it being one or two things.
Oh, and I wanted to mention that Elizabeth Banks, who's in this film, not her greatest acting. It came across as bland to me. Like she just coasted through this. Like she didn't try.
I think she originally didn't want to be in it. Yeah. I could be wrong.
Because she was starting to pop off, and this does feel like a step backwards. As far as like I see paper, what you mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on paper, it seems like she's doing like she's getting bigger and bigger roles. She had already done like 40-Year-Old Virgin. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Do you want to make this B style movie with James Gunn, this random guy?"
Yeah, this up and coming, because this was his first movie.
This was his first?
His first direct.
Yeah, his director, his debut.
Debut.
His debut.
Yeah. So
this is what started it all. Well, I mean, I'm glad he is where he is.
Yeah, it's weird, to be honest with you. This is the only one of his movies I've ever seen.
This is his first and not PG porn.
You think you start with a porn?
Correct.
Yeah, you definitely work your way up from porn.
He's produced a lot of it's like yesterday when I was looking up and I was confused about stuff like 13 Ghosts. He produced on 13 Ghosts. So he had a lot of producing credits before making this.
Yeah, I think you asked, like, you're like, why is it popping up with 13 Ghosts? And I was like, maybe he's a producer? I don't know.
Yeah, he produced on that and the Dawn of the Dead remake.
By the way, this is it's a good call with the Dawn of the Dead remake, because this is considered zombie horror, comedy, horror, and sci-fi.
I think it's heavily influenced by what the
Dead Alive, because that's what it was screaming to me.
That was one of them. This movie has a crazy amount of Easter eggs and nods to like other horror movies.
Yeah.
But it's Night of the
Creeps.
Yeah, that's
Night
it.
Of the Creeps.
That's the one.
Or what's the other? I was thinking about it at work today, and now Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Yep. Or the Creep Show, the movie Creep Show, has a segment with Stephen King where an asteroid comes and brings an alien to his little farm.
Yeah.
Splinter. It's a bit like Splinter.
See, that's honestly what I thought this was.
Oh, yeah?
I thought this was going to be at least more along the lines of that.
It is kind of like Splinter.
It's kind of, but it was way more comedy-ish attempt than I was expecting. Like, I spent a lot of the movie being like, what?
So I think one of the things I like about this is I'm a fan of comedy stuff too. I like dark comedy. I love horror, but I also love comedy. I think that this movie does a really good job of like it's pushing it, like it has comedy, but if you took that comedy out, I still think it would be a really good horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what fucking drugs you're on. What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't know what was going on.
I had no idea what this movie even was.
This was you were on something. You were on some kind of crack or meth or drugs of some sort.
So clearly I'm the outlier here.
Well, I don't know what fucking movie you watched.
Well, it had Michael Rooker, who is in shape.
He was turning 50 at the time of this movie.
Yeah, and he was married to Elizabeth Banks. That was the funniest part of the fucking movie.
Yeah, this is a trope that Maddie drives her fucking crazy. When old dudes are dating like young, attractive women, and they're just old.
Yeah.
It was also 2006.
Yeah, I did not expect, like, when it was like, who wasn't she flirting with somebody somewhere, and then all of a sudden Michael Rooker popped up, and then they were like, "Yay, let's go home." And
she was talking to a fellow teacher who was James Gunn. That was a cameo.
All right, nice.
And she was just talking to him about like something he was doing, And she's like, "Oh, hey, Grant, that's this is so and so. He's working on this." And he's like, "All right, cool, let's go." And he's just like, "All right, see you later, Grant." And Grant was just like, "Okay,
Grant.
Grant."
Yeah, I didn't realize his name was Grant until like halfway through the movie when the girl's like says something about, well, at least my name isn't the same as my last or whatever.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Do we turn the sexual assault calendar back to 0 days?
Yes, I was trying to not even mention it, but I was fucking like, I'm like, oh, good, another fucking rapey movie.
Yeah, we made it one movie. And now
I
we're
didn't
back.
even
Yeah,
process
we're
that
back.
until just now.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
it made
sorry.
Me, it made me even more mad at Michael Rooker.
It's also, if we're going to talk about that scene, is sort of an assault that is, it is that, but it's weird chest alien stuff. So it's not like
Yeah.
spit on your grave.
Wait, what?
It's an alien assault. It
What are
wasn't,
you
"I spit on
talking
your
about?
grave."
This isn't the scene that I'm talking about.
The sexual assault.
I'm talking about in the very beginning of the movie. When he's trying to get some and she's like, no, I'm not in the mood. And he's still being aggressive about it.
That's, yeah.
It's awkward
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
still uncomfortable and I didn't like it.
Yeah. That's fair. But it's still not "I spit on your
Now,
grave."
the other parts are, yeah. I wrote it as sentient chest cocks. Dave was calling them giggle snakes.
Giggle snakes. That would have been fun to hear him talk about giggle snakes on the podcast.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth Bank, Michael Rooker, Nathan Fillion. Those are the only actors I wrote down.
Yeah, just
There
the
was,
main three there.
Jenna Fisher was in it.
Oh, that's
But
right.
she was married to James Gunn at the time.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I
didn't even
looked
know
that
that.
up. I was looking up tons of facts today to just like because I'm like, okay, I watched the movie, I like the movie, but I don't know much about like I don't usually bring much for what the production was like or those kind of facts.
So with Evil Dead, I set the bar kind of high because of knowing dumb stuff.
Yeah, yeah, you really did with Evil Dead when you're like, guys, I could write a book on all the stuff I know. I'm just
Yeah.
like, holy shit, dude.
And I had to cut myself back from not talking about Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah, there was more. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
What was the other fact? Oh, there was Rob Zombie is the voice of the doctor that's on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yep,
That's
yep.
pretty cool.
Oh, the one who's like, "I haven't talked to your husband in a year" or whatever.
Yeah, that was Rob Zombie.
Oh.
Oh, I like that.
And you guys did talk about the budget and
Yeah, he mentioned the
Yeah.
budget and how it failed
It's
because it's a
sad.
shit movie.
It's not a shit
okay,
movie.
Okay, it's not a shit movie. For me, it's just straight middle of the road.
So what let's get into the weeds of this. What exactly made this movie for a lack of better term so intolerable for you?
It's not that it's intolerable. It was just It felt, it was 90, what, how many minutes? 93?
95.
95 minutes, and it felt like 3 hours. It felt like it was dragging on.
You weren't like fascinated by all the makeup and effects?
All the
Yeah.
no,
The
not
boob
at
lady
all.
and Michael Rooker's like
His tentacle arm, his
Yeah.
fucking his
The
weird
arm,
his
I'll give
weird
it. That was
squid
cool
body.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Like when he was like choking her
His
and his
evolution.
arm was still moving. That was really cool.
yeah, it was cool as shit. The whole fucking movie.
No, that
like
was
that.
probably the coolest part. And then they kept making jokes about like Squid Man or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like he just fucking gets away. They didn't even try to chase him.
It's because you're freaked out because your buddy's
yeah,
got a weird rubber arm.
He has a weird long arm. Whatever. Fucking shoot him.
So something I do like about this movie too is all the characters seem so goddamn normal. Like there's no it's not like Nathan Fillion just like knowing all the things to do. It's not all the cops being like, hey, we got to take care of this. Like everyone's just so like average.
That's
And
fair.
I think that was a very average response to be like if I'm going into a house as a cop, right? On what I'm assuming is just some domestic abuse thing because that's realistic. and all of a sudden it's fucking Michael Rooker with this weird tentacle dick arm. Like, I'm gonna be in shock. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, I did like that they were like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I liked that. I appreciated that. But still, like, you're a cop. Don't let him just fuck off.
You're a cop. Your job is to shoot them. So shoot them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now
that's
you're
fair.
getting
That's
it.
fair.
Now you're getting it.
Nice. Real nice.
Real nice.
But yeah,
Um,
like you said, this movie was average.
It was.
No,
Come on.
It's
I like, what else? What else did I? Top tier makeup and effects. This is a vegetarian's nightmare. This fucking movie. Oh
Meat.
man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's meat everywhere. Meat.
meat.
Elizabeth Banks, her character is the greatest wife.
Dumbass?
Wife? She was the wife?
She was the greatest dumbass the whole
She
fucking
was
movie.
so committed. He looked like a
No,
burn victim,
okay.
Jabba the Hutt, and she was still like,
No, she's playing him. She's fucking manipulating him. Also, the fact that she saw him lock a door with a padlock, and that is like rule number 1 of if you're not allowed into a room in your own fucking house, get the fuck out of that house.
That's a red
Leave
flag.
him. That is a red flag. Bow, 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 bow. I don't have a bow, 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 bow
why
button.
don't you have
Yeah,
a bow,
I
bow, bow,
felt
bow?
it.
Why don't you have a red flags button?
I'm gonna make one of us all saying red flags.
Red flags.
Yeah, we just need Donnie to say red flags really weird. Say it.
I mean, I can. Red flags.
All right, we're sampling that fucking thing.
Yeah, do it up.
Got a clacker.
Let's see. What else? I have a lot of notes.
So yeah, also, guess what, boys?
What?
Another fucking trope. Fresh air is for dead people. Close your motherfucking windows.
Why?
Is that in reference to the slugs?
Yeah, when they
Oh, okay,
burst
okay.
out and then they start crawling in the windows.
Because
Yeah.
like you gave me that hint last night, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, what is like? I could not figure out what the fuck the reference was,
Oh, wow.
and I
'Cause
felt
I
so
told-
dumb.
I told Donnie that I was like, I'm gonna say this phrase. Fresh air is for dead people.
I don't
Yeah,
get it.
we usually like Monday nights when we're doing our like D&D stuff, we get just a hitch of like, hey, what'd you guys think of the movie? But we try to like reserve the energy for the podcast. So
Yeah.
it's just it's so like, here's a little piece of information to sit on for the night. So I was reeling. Even this morning I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
So in the it's comes from a different podcast that does true crime, and they're always talking about how like Richard Ramirez was sneaking through people's windows,
Oh,
and so they're like, fresh air is for
Oh.
dead people. Lock that shit.
yikes.
Shit, yeah.
That's not great.
The Night Stalker.
That's not great. So you weren't
The-
impressed by the fattest lady ever, the big boob woman.
No,
Why not? Come
because
on.
it was 2006. Do better.
You have never seen that. You still
What do
haven't.
you-
What do you
seen
mean I
that.
haven't seen it? Haven't you seen 7?
Yeah, but she wasn't that fucking big.
Well, no, obviously.
She wasn't like a big ass giant
And
boob.
my favorite line out of that is, "I'm so fucking hungry."
When
just
she's
have-
like, I never knew somebody could be so hungry. Can you toss me that possum over there?
I did appreciate that she was like, "I didn't want y'all to see me like this." You mean like the
That's-
size of
the-
a house? Yeah, that's like, I'm not even exaggerating. She filled that barn.
She did. It was awesome.
But the dialogue is so good in this movie. It's so fucking good.
No, I'll give you. Okay, so James Gunn is known for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that's
he's
why
got
he
a good
was-
banter.
That's why he was so successful with Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's why there's 4 of the fucking things.
And that's why the characters are so likable, is because the dialogue is well written, and none of them are like,
It's
none of them
I'm
are
trying-
like made to hate, and none of them are
Yeah.
like made to you just overly love or whatever.
how did he get this budget? Like, who funded this fucking movie?
I don't,
Because it's a good cast.
this is
Solid.
this isn't like a B movie budget. It's bigger than that.
But it's B movie
but it's kind of an ode to B movies.
So I'm what I was gonna reference earlier because I think this was said about it was said in the pod I think by Opie about Killer Clowns from Outer Space maybe that
Yep.
it was a movie that knew what it knew what it was going for, and that's something to appreciate. And that's something I appreciate about this is like this wasn't like it was a movie trying to be some triple A horror movie. It knew it was going to be a campy B movie, and that's part of my like in it is like it knew it went for it, and I think it did it successfully.
Yeah.
I think
Like it shot for everything B movie. It's really campy and it does it well.
I think a
Yeah.
part of why it was such a disappointment to me was I had higher expectations for it, and I didn't watch a trailer, so I went in cold.
Mm.
Yes.
And I had more expectations for it to be scary in any capacity, and it wasn't.
I mean, fair,
It
but
didn't even
knowing
give
me,
me-
you should know that my favorite movies are probably gonna have a comedy element.
Yeah,
in
but
it.
like still sometimes there's like an element that like will give you the creeps. This I knew was not even a thing.
You weren't grossed out by the body horror
No.
or like the rash, none of that stuff. You were
Ooh, I
worried
like
about
body
slugs?
horror.
It didn't seem
You
good.
think you could have survived the slugs if they broke in here?
Yeah,
right
apparently all you have to do is cover your mouth with your hand.
This- I cannot argue. We could all beat them just by covering.
Or
with our-
or once it gets in your mouth a little bit, you jerk that bitch off. Because I don't know if you guys remember that scene. She's like, I was like, there's a like so
She
much.
wasn't sure.
You could easily digitally put a cock in there instead. She's just going to town on it.
She was not. She was digging her little Pokemon nails into that.
Yeah, at first, but then she started giving it the old strokey pokey.
She threw it across the room. She survived.
It finished.
And she got to see a little bit of that brainworm world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was a cool idea.
Yeah.
I did like the idea of the collective consciousness.
See?
Yeah, it's a reference. That's one of the Easter eggs at the end when he's
How the
when they're
fuck
all
was that an
combined
Easter egg?
into Grant. It's a reference to what the fuck's the movie Society. You ever see that?
Oh, no, but I really want to. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that where everybody molds into one giant gross person.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but like I
Right.
wasn't grossed out by it. Although I might have chuckled a little bit, but I also was thinking about like because there's the one guy that goes in and takes his robe off or whatever, and then just kind of falls into the pile, and then he starts to slowly mold into it. And
Yeah.
all I could think of was like, I wonder if that's Henry Zabrowski.
You never fucking seen that shit before, bro.
That's not that I've seen it somewhere. That did
bullshit.
not surprise me.
You've never seen
I
it.
feel like I've seen that on an episode of Ninja Turtles or something
Fuck off.
in the fucking 80s.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Did this- Movie make you guys wanted to Mr. Pibb?
No, it also
No, but
what was it, Mr.
I'd be
Pibb that he was
curious.
mad about?
yeah.
Let
I
me
know
read this quote because it just cracked me up when they're in the car driving away and the
Oh,
mayor's
yeah,
in the
yeah.
back and he's just like, "Where's the Mr. Pibb? I told your secretary to pack Mr. Pibb. It's the only Coke I like."
Well, that's a Southern thing.
That's I
Yeah.
love that. That was it led I think up to one of my favorite scenes, or it was right before. Because my favorite scene is the one where he runs over like the cop who's eating the mayor or whatever, and they stop and the headlights are on Elizabeth Banks.
And she's just bashing the shit
She's
out.
like stabbing the shit out of some person.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my favorite.
What did the mayor say?
Oh, I can't remember. Something funny, something hilarious.
I think it was along the lines of like, "Oh, don't mess with that bitch," or "That bitch is crazy," or something like that.
something. Or they drove away and the one guy is like, "So, how's everybody's afternoon going?" Or it was full of like great dialogue and humor. And like you said, it knew what it was and it executed itself perfectly.
Yeah.
Eh.
I don't like this meh
I
attitude.
know. I'm really trying to get him to raise his score, but we'll see. I had one question. I don't know if I missed this reference, but what about salt? What if they just got some salt and sprinkled a little salt on them little slugs?
Then
I
maybe
can't
that
remember if that
would
was
have been worth a
referenced.
try.
I don't know if they referenced it, but if, it ever happened to me, I would be thinking about salt.
Yeah.
Yep.
You wouldn't jerk it off in your mouth?
The first
No.
thing I think if I see an alien slug coming at me, I'm like, that thing's about to get in my mouth. I'm gonna jerk it off.
Yeah.
No, but that makes me think those kids in Australia from Talk to Me with the hand, those kids would
Oh.
probably suck the worms off so they can look at the worm world.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
get all high.
Yeah, they'd have them in a little cage, and then they'd have like
Yeah.
some kind of clamp for them.
Yeah.
And then they're just licking them.
Then they'd all become Grant.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the worm world. Grant.
What else funny?
So there was only one slug that landed on Earth, right?
I don't even know if it was a slug. It was a meteor that shot something into Grant's chest. And then
it was like a little tiny needle thing that went into his chest hole.
Yeah, and then he tentacle fucked that one girl who became the big bloated I'm so hungry
Yeah.
chick, and she exploded into the slugs.
That's right. And then that's when they started reproducing.
Yep.
And spreading and went into the bathtub.
That lady was a real interesting lady.
The lady that blew up, or the lady?
The lady that blew up. Before she blew up, before she was even infected. She was very interesting. I don't know what the fuck everybody's so hot on Grant for.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know why he's
Michael
the star of
Rooker's
the
not
fucking
like
town.
Michael Rooker is not a looker.
He's not
No.
Rooker's not a looker, and he's also, he didn't seem like, what was his job?
Oh, I don't remember.
He was known among the town.
Was he making
That was
bank
his
for
job.
Elizabeth Banks?
He was the town whore.
I
The
guess.
he whore.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Maybe he adopted money or some shit. I think they did make some sort of mention that he had a lot of money, but I don't think they referenced anything about how he obtained it. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they just talked about how he and Elizabeth Banks got married a long time ago, and one of the cops blew his shot. And has been
One of the cops?
Yeah, one of them.
Nathan fucking Fillion.
There we go. One of the random cops.
Just a random side character was like, shucks.
Do you like the buildup of the grenade that they had at the police department
that pissed me
totally went to
off.
waste?
Why? Is it because it went to waste? Is that what pissed you off?
That it went to waste? No.
Oh.
That it took, like, they pulled the pin and you have like 3 seconds, but it took 20 minutes for them to fucking throw it in the pool to fuck it up until it did nothing.
Yeah. But that's
Like,
funny.
it gets thrown behind the couch and then he picks it up and then it gets like, it was.
That's okay.
You were just waiting for it to blow them.
Yeah.
All we needed was that fucking Benny Hill music to play in the background.
You wouldn't have liked it more if it did that.
Yeah.
No, if he would have, I thought it would have been better if he would have fucking threw it and then it like popped like glitter and he was like, oh, it was a fucking dumb prop.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Rather than,
Just going in the pool and being
and also
racist.
lame ass explosion. That thing probably wouldn't have done shit anyway.
That's true. But maybe inside of a mass humanoid, Jabba the
Yeah,
Hutt
yeah.
burn victim. That's what he looked like. Those makeup effects were phenomenal.
They were feh.
For
They're
for
mad.
2006, that's pretty fucking good.
Al,
Jesus
tell me,
Christ.
explain to me why you don't think those effects are like top tier. I just don't get it.
Because they were just mediocre at best.
What do you mean? You've never seen? She looked like a giant, fucking huge woman.
Yeah, that's where
looked
the
real.
whole fucking budget went, was to try to pay for this over expensive CGI. Because in 2005, 2006, like it cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fucking make a goat for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And guess what? You can do that on your phone now.
Yeah, it seems stupid, but This one was a little groundbreaking because it mixed the practical effects with the CGI. I don't know how the fuck they did that, but apparently that was a thing, and that's cool, man.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I think the effects were I wouldn't say top notch, but for a B movie,
Oh, come on.
top notch for a B movie.
They were disgusting.
Okay.
I don't think they were bad by any means. There were a couple points, like the meteor coming down in the very first frame. I'm like, that doesn't look amazing, but literally the rest of the movie, I'm like, this looks pretty fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Do you know what was a better movie in 2006? Hills Have Eyes remake.
That's fair. I love that remake.
Way
What
better
movie?
special effects.
Whatever.
Hatchet better.
Hatchet's good. I like Hatchet.
I would even pick See No Evil.
Is See No Evil? Is that from 2006?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was a brand new one.
No, that's Speak No Evil.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a few different ones.
I guess I don't know these.
Yeah,
movies.
there was a lot of pretty solid horror movies in 2006.
Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes.
Oh,
I've never seen that either, but it's
Yeah,
on
I was
here.
like, shut up, you're wrong.
I do love the original Pumpkinhead, though. It's one
I
of my
would rather
favorites.
watch Evil Bong.
Oh, you get the fuck out of here
I
with that
know.
shit.
I've honestly never seen it, but it looks like it's got Tommy Chong in it, and it's got to be interesting.
Oh, goddamn.
I'd
had-
watch it. I just
Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning was out in 2006. That's better. Black Christmas.
I'm not going to say it's better.
I
Black
might
Christmas? That
agree
one
with
is-
you on Black Christmas.
That one's terrible.
Black Christmas?
Yes. That one, he's all yellow. It's bad.
Oh, shit. I did look this up, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, fuck, this is a movie I want to watch. Wicker Man. I've never seen it.
In 2006?
Yes, sir.
The remake with
Nicolas Cage?
Yes, sir.
the bees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
the
about bees. I've never seen it. Ew, what the fuck?
I've seen
What?
the original. I haven't seen
are
the
you
remake.
still soaking wet from outside?
Yeah.
Damn, lucky. He just shook and like sprayed me with water.
No, I think that fucking Wicker Man, you should watch the original. It's better.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying is in 2006, better than this. Special effects wise, CGI
No.
bees. Hell yeah. I've
This
never
one-
seen the movie, so I don't
This
know.
one had Svenning from Mallrats
Why did you say it that way?
because that's his name.
Why don't you just say, would you like a chocolate covered pretzel?
You didn't get that soundbite ready either, did you?
No, I have zero sound bites.
Jeez.
I don't even have an end song.
Al
Oh,
didn't
gosh.
want to because he didn't like this movie. That's probably not why, but
It's not why.
I'm just being extra. Yeah, no, I really don't. I just don't get why. I could see like a mid-range score for the most part.
That's what
like,
I'm doing.
Well,
I
not
didn't give it a
mid-range,
2.
like between. I would expect like a 7 or 8.
I don't think you
up
understand
for
how
this. I
numbers
don't
work.
understand anything less.
The middle of 1 to 10 is 5.
I just corrected myself.
The budget is one thing, and what it grossed worldwide is one thing. When it got released, though, critics, this is critically acclaimed. People love this movie.
I don't care what the critics think.
Well, the critics all said it was great, and then it had a giant cult following afterwards because it just kind of came out during a time when there was a lot of really good horror, and so it slipped under the radar. Also,
It should
I
have been
think-
slipped under the rug.
I think that the advertising with the slugs is off-putting.
I agree.
Yeah, the movie cover with the bathtub and the slugs made this seem like it was going to be a real horror movie and not some.
It is a real horror movie.
This
Get out of
kid-
here with that
yeah,
shit.
Get the fuck out of here. You're on crack. You've been on a meth bender or something.
You've been on meth bender or
I
something.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's true.
You sound like
Uh,
Rab himself.
It's classic brother energy right there. You've been on a meth bender. or something.
or something. Bleh. You're a fucking booger face.
Whatever, bro.
Shut the fuck up or I'll punch you in your nose hole.
All right, all right.
I'm hoping to at least elevate you from like this isn't a bad movie,
I
but
didn't call it a bad movie.
So how about we approach it like this? You are putting it at a 5, an average movie.
No, I said 6, bro.
6. Okay, so but you're saying it's average.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that I think is above average about this movie to try and get you to elevate it.
Okay. Shoot. Hit me with it. Hit me with the best shot.
The makeup and effects.
Is that really what you were gonna go with?
Yes,
That's
I
your
think
fucking
they are
good.
super good.
You've been fucking chanting that since we started recording.
It's phenomenal.
It's mediocre.
It is not. It is not. Tom Savini would be proud of.
Oh, would he? But
Yes.
he didn't do this.
No,
Did
but
he?
he would. Who the fuck is? Oh, who's the special?
Yeah, you gotta look this up because otherwise you're just sitting there gonna be like, well, but Tom Savini is a guy who does special effects. He's a guy that does things. Robert Rodriguez, Rob Zombie. I guess we're just naming people.
Oh, there's 28 different credits for fucking.
Oh,
special.
good, because you know what? They couldn't do it themselves because they suck.
Taco Dazi designed the deer.
His name's Taco. Password is Taco.
Password is taco.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is. He would be proud. I know it. I wonder.
Yeah,
if-
he'd be like, nah, I can do better.
I'd love it if I saw him in here as like a consultant.
Yeah.
I'd shove that in your fucking face.
That still wouldn't change anything because he was just, he didn't do it. Why are you fucking speaking like tongues right now?
I don't recognize any of these people,
He is possessed.
but it's
Do you know
good.
why?
They were
Because they failed at
fantastic.
this and they failed at doing anything
They
else.
did not. You're a
Oh,
I don't know why
You're
you
so
guys
wrong.
are. You guys are making me more negative.
James Gunn went on to make so much.
He wrote the characters
Yeah,
super
James
well.
Gunn apparently went on from this to do PG porn. What the fuck is PG porn?
That could have been before it. He could have been a producer.
The characters were all well
His name's in it.
written,
Never mind.
and there was good dialogue.
That makes this average.
It's such a fun, different movie, though. Like
Yeah.
it's the creatures. Just Grant. Like that's not something you see in a lot of
Do you
horror
know what
movies.
I
Like a
want-
weird fucking centaur creature that's just roaming about. It does so much fun shit without overselling it, I think. And it's like I was saying earlier, a lot of my favorite horror movies do have a sense of like thinking afterward where there's just stuff to tear apart, and there's like there's a sense of unease going on. Like there's just stuff to break apart. But this is just a fun fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let yourself go and have
I'm
a
going to
good
tell you
time.
this. This is a movie that you could just have on and do other things and not pay attention to it.
That's true too, because there's fantastic visuals to be.
No, it's something that's
Flashing on the
just
screen.
on for the sake of having something on the TV. It's something that you put on for your dogs while you leave the house. It's something you leave on
Your
when you
dog's
leave the
gonna be
house
afraid of
so that
squids.
burglars don't come in so they think you're home because you're watching fucking Slither.
This is probably gonna hurt both of you because I think every one of you rated this high, but I didn't watch it with you guys. But that's how I feel about the movie Imaginary, because I was fucking bored.
I didn't
I
hate that
did
movie.
not like it. I was
Huh.
bored. It was boring. It did not grasp me in the slightest. This, like, if I'm watching it, I'm in it. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. If the comedy, like with that banter is so cool. But if it was out there, I'm still drawn in by fucking this giant ass slug lady and whatever the fuck Grant is that's with his tentacle dicks roaming around. Like it's fucking interesting, dude.
I'm with you. You've never seen shit like this in any other movie. That's where I stand on it.
Yeah, sorry it's not a guy in a mask with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Leslie Vernon, and that would make this movie better.
Ah, I still haven't watched that yet, but you guys said it was really good.
Opie was like gonna try to argue, but he was like, Leslie Vernon is better.
Yeah, I know. You guys were like, "This is a really good movie." I'm like, I gotta watch it still.
It is. It's super good. But yeah, he would make this movie better. But that's not fair because he's a better character. He's not a better character. He is a better character. He is a better character. He is. He's a better. But he's top tier. Michael Rooker is top tier in this.
I think that Michael Rooker tried and he did a good job. I'm not going to argue that. Okay?
There was a scene where he was the Blob, and his wife was talking to him, and just his little eyeballs were expressing, all the emotion and sadness.
I like
and
Yondu. All right,
and it was a beautiful performance. It's a beautiful performance.
We all like Merle Dixon.
I want to do it. I might make a mess on the floor, but what the fuck did he say? I don't know, but he just spit weird jisms out of his mouth.
See, it's good stuff.
And then he got mad because she was like tried to stab him in the head with a fucking brush.
You'd get mad about that too, wouldn't you?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he should have been like, oh, maybe I am a fucking weird thing and shouldn't exist here.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, he stole that from fucking Star Wars.
He didn't, you fuck.
Yeah, he made Jabba the Hutt.
He didn't. I was just calling him that to compare him to something.
Yeah, and it was pretty spot on.
It wasn't.
James Gunn produced Jabba the Hutt.
What are you talking about?
It's making that up.
I know, but that would have been funny if we're like, hang on, wait a minute, is there a Jabba the Hutt? Because they're pumping out so much Star
crazy
Wars.
6-year-old James Gunn. He produced Jabba the Hutt.
No, they're pumping
and
out
then
so
went
many
to make Slither.
They're pumping out so many Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
They got like Boba Fett TV show, Maybe they'll do a Jabba the Hutt special run, and maybe James Gunn will be on top of that.
Wouldn't that be something?
And it'll be Michael fucking Rooker in the same suit.
I like his evolution, his makeup evolution.
It's not. It's fucking.
What do you mean? He starts with weird lump on his head. And
he started with the chest cocks.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
Then he gets weird shit on his head and his face, and then it expands until he's a giant fucking society blob.
Yeah,
it's great.
And his doctor Rob Zombie was like, "Nah, I haven't seen him.
I haven't talked to him.
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him, bro."
Yeah.
And there's Mr. Pibb and a mayor that's funny.
Wait. I got a joke for this. Right? The doctor said, guess what, Elizabeth Banks? Your husband is more human than the human. because it's Rob Zombie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
you get
that band where he sings that song.
Yeah, and there's a song where it says those words.
Did Grant drive a Durango?
He drove the Dragula, bitch. But anyway, go back to Mr. Pibb. By the way, did you not notice the tab that was being drank?
The what?
Tab. The world's most disgusting soda ever created.
Oh, I never drank that shit.
Don't. No. You're welcome. I just saved your life. I just saved your fucking life.
From having to drink fucking
Tab.
When was the last time you had Mr. Pibb? Have you ever had it?
Yeah, but I don't remember when. I bet you I probably had Pibb Extra.
You ever had it, Donnie?
No.
Me neither. I imagine it's like some diet shit that's no good.
What? No, it's just not Dr. Pepper. It's like trying to be Dr. Pepper, but it's not quite Dr. Pepper.
I would picture super sugary.
Dr. Thunder and whatever they, all those knockoffs. It's just another. It's trying to be Oreo to Dr. Pepper's Hydrox.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All those generic sodas like Mount Explosion.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are we talking about fucking soda?
Because the mayor likes Mr. Pibb.
He loves Mr. Pibb for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
See, all the characters are like funny and.
No, I wanted the mayor to die. Like, I don't know why he kept surviving.
Because he's funny.
He was not funny. He was irritating.
What do you? That's objective.
And he smelled like tuna.
Oh God. You were just smelling your own little.
Say it. But for real, one thing that
He was played by Greg Henry, by the way.
that's a nobody.
It's are you fucking kidding me? He's one of that guys where I've seen him a ton and shit. You know.
Yeah.
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy,
Who is he in that?
Blade Runner, Law and Order, The Resident, Hit and Run, Stan, The Rookie, Zero.
Of course, he's in the Rookie.
Scandal.
These guys are all sticking together, like James
Supergirl.
Gunn and Michael Rooker.
You ever notice that how like actors and directors have like little posses?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Judd Apatow, that whole crew.
That's what I was thinking of right there. I was like, who's the one that yeah, Judd Apatow, that's it.
So Judd Apatow is with like Seth Rogen and all of them.
Oh, okay. I think of like Evil Dead, Sam Raimi.
Yep,
and
Evil Dead, Sam Raimi, all them. And then you got Adam Sandler and that crew.
Yeah, and there's
You got
another one.
Lonely Island guys doing all their thing.
Oh yeah. Pretty much anyone that's been through SNL.
Yeah.
But so this was actually something I wanted to mention when we did the Evil Dead movie. But I also reminded me of it because I actually watched this on a physical DVD. And you know what? One thing I miss the most about DVDs that you can't really get anymore.
The menu?
Commercials?
Kind of. Donnie was closer. But audio commentary.
Oh.
That's a very good point. I mean, I know like a lot of ways you can just like we do have the power to just Google stuff like that, but there's a certain like what's the word I'm looking for? There's like a certain thing to having that DVD where you're at the menu and you're like, let's go through this and put this on.
But like I loved watching the movie with the actual director and telling little secrets and tricks of the trade and like listening to the actors talk about like what they did in that scene and what you know, you don't get that anymore because everything's fucking digital.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I never did it so much, but the times that I did it, you learn a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, this was funny you say that thing about finding it in your DVDs.
Yeah.
Because this was the first time I had the thought, oh shit, I might have to rent this movie. I'm an adult with the access to do that. Maybe
Do you know what that tells me?
What?
That tells me that you didn't like this movie enough to purchase it.
Well, no, because you didn't let me continue. I went to my movies thinking, I wonder if I have this because Roger gave me a bin of DVDs.
I got a chunk of those too.
Sure enough, it was in there. So I
Yeah,
have it.
guess what that also tells me?
What?
Is that this movie wasn't good enough for us to remember that we owned it.
Yes, this is. It's one of those movies that I've been seeing in lists and all the things, and it's always been around, and I just never watched it. And I think it's because of the slugs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't know, it just is off-putting to me, and I start assuming things about the movie that certainly were
that's
not true.
fair.
Yeah.
I do that a lot with covers where I like if I see a poster for a movie, I'll kind of make my own assumptions. I'm like, that doesn't seem like something I'm interested in watching right now. But then when I eventually do, I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. Not what I was expecting.
Did we do Pandorum?
For sure.
Okay, I don't really remember it, but I remember the cover of it, and it's like an arm with a bunch of wires coming out of it.
Yep.
See, that's a movie that I would look at the cover and be like, meh, not interested.
Yeah. And
I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah. And I think that for whatever reason, this movie has that cover like that where I'm like,
Yeah. See,
yeah, is it just slugs going into a bathtub? You're just like, that's not very interesting.
Yeah. But
that's like a second of the movie.
Yeah. It's kind of misleading because this is such a good creature feature. Like, it's so much fun. I don't know. I think the poster is off-putting.
Do you think that Starship Troopers is considered horror?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because you're fighting alien bugs?
Probably action. I would put that in more action.
Yeah.
But so should we talk about whether we want to change our scores? I'll start. I'm going to raise mine to a 9.
Ugh.
And I'm going to do that because Donnie is right that this knows that it's a B movie. It knows what it is. It executes it perfectly, and I can't come up with too many flaws. The dialogue is so good. Everything, it was really good. And it's kind of like Killer Clowns, where it's almost like a perfect movie.
Oh,
It's not to that degree.
did you just say
but it's
perfect movie?
Yeah, Killer Clowns is a perfect movie.
Oh, I thought you were saying this is a perfect movie.
No, but it's so close. And I really can't find anything negative to say about it. So
I appreciate that so
I'm
much.
going with a 9. Yeah, there's not a lot to criticize.
All right, Donnie, you go.
You're saving your shitty score for the end. I'm sticking at the 9. I wanted to leave room. So like I was saying, me and Al kind of talked a little bit about this last night. So I was like, I'll leave room in case Al convinces me there's something really shitty about it. But it's kind of objective. So I mean, I'm sticking with my guns. I love the dialogue. I love that this movie is exactly what it was trying to be, and I think the only thing bringing it down really for me is like the aspects that aging might affect, like special effects. The more movies you've seen, the more time that's passed, they could look a little worse. But the dialogue, the story, the creatures, the makeup and effects are just real fucking solid, especially for a movie that was in 2006, and especially for a movie that was a debut for a director. So I'm sticking with 9.
Hell yeah. Let's hear it, Al.
Is this thing on?
Let's see.
Let's just cut the podcast here.
Okay, so I will go with a 7.
Woo!
Okay, all right, we'll take that.
Go from a
We
6
raised it.
to a 7. Because you guys are right, it does have good dialogue, but I still believe that some of the acting was half-assed. The story was mediocre, but not the worst. I did like there were parts that made me laugh, so that gives it a plus. But like, it's still not going up because I think the marketing was shitty, like you're saying with the covers.
That's fair.
And it's a movie that we all were like, well, except for Donnie. Donnie was on top of this fucking movie from like he came out of the womb and was like, put this movie on. And but like I've known that it existed, but I was just like, there's nothing that really like drew me to it. And then even after watching it, I'm like, maybe I'll watch it again sometime if I'm really bored.
Really?
But if it came on the TV and I was flipping through the channels, I would skip past it.
I think you're on crack.
That's where I'm at. Like I wouldn't stop flipping through the channels to be like, oh shit, it's Slither.
I would stop and be like, "Oh, it's Slither, let's watch that." But I understand what you're saying, because if I like if I hadn't watched this previously and liked it, I'd probably be doing the same thing where I'm like, I know what that movie is, but I'm like, I don't want to watch it because like you're saying, like the ads are misleading, the cover's misleading. So like you already have that pre-built assumption where you're just like, Slither, I know what that is, but we're gonna find something else.
Yeah. Like I think that like if there was somebody that I was sitting on the couch next to and I was like flip and I was like, "Oh, Slither." And I go, "Have you seen this?" And if they said yes, I'd go, "Keep skipping."
Oh, I think if
they said no, I might let them watch it.
If I was skipping through and saw this, I think the visuals would grab me and I'd be like, "Oh my god, look at that fucking freak. I'm watching this shit."
If it showed the monster, for sure I would stop.
But here's a B
Or the
movie.
boob lady.
Here's a B movie that I would 100% stop for. Army of Darkness.
Okay.
I'd be like, oh,
I mean, who
yeah.
wouldn't?
You know?
Yep.
If I see Army of Darkness and I'm flipping through, that's do you think there's going to be a point in the future where we say things like flipping through and people are going to have no idea what we're
I
talking
think
about?
that's already a thing.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like hang up.
yeah,
Hang
yeah,
up the phone.
Or click on this. I think there's kids that have no idea what the fuck that
yeah.
means.
Or dial tone.
Yeah.
Thank God I have older siblings, or else I'd be a schlub like the rest of them.
Yeah. You whippersnapper.
Yeah, whippersnapper. So I am happy with this pick as a, like I was saying before, it's not, would this be like a top shelf horror movie if I was thinking of like the best of the best? Probably not. But I was also really excited that it was a movie that you guys probably haven't seen. So I was like, you know what? I really love this movie. I'm going with it.
Well, yeah, I think the idea is it's something that you really like. That's
Yeah,
in the
I
horror
was
genre.
teetering too much between like what is widely considered like the best, or something I think is the best, versus something that I just really fucking enjoy. And it's like I said, it's a fun movie. Would you at least agree it's a pretty fun movie?
I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
say it.
that's fair.
Crack. He's
I
on
tried.
crack.
It's-
Get the fuck out.
For
of
me,
here.
it's just, I mean, it happened. I saw it.
You're either too sober or on
Like
too
I
many
can just say
drugs.
like
One of
like
those
somebody be like,
things.
"Oh, have you seen Slither?" Yep, and that's the end of that conversation.
Oh, you love that crazy boob woman and Michael Rooker evolving into a society slug, bro.
Yeah,
You remember that
there's that.
shot?
But if someone stopped you and was like, "Have you seen the Bye Bye Man and how fucking good that was?" You would have a 20-minute conversation, because apparently that's fucking cinematography right there.
It's I
You
would- I-
gave this and the Bye Bye Man the same score.
I like Bye Bye Man better.
Oh,
This kid's on drugs.
I hate
Or-
that you said that.
Sure, I didn't.
So
I did,
much.
all right. To be fair, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but
You like it.
I did want to see your reaction to or hear your reaction to it.
I hate it so fucking much.
Oh man, yeah, you like it the same as the Bye Bye Man.
Don't say
Very
it.
nice.
Don't speak it.
Yeah, don't
Don't think it.
speak.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
think
Don't think it.
Let's break it up now and do what are we doing in the future? What's the next movie?
I don't even
Ooh.
know
Because
because
we just covered.
we're
everybody's
done with
best
that
ideas.
with that whole plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I guess we'll
if we
have
don't
to post it on
have-
social media so that people will go to that and find out what the fuck our next movie is.
who's even deciding what's?
I don't know. We got to wait for Dave. We got to talk to Dave about it.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are we
I-
gonna do?
I have something on Shudder I've been wanting to watch that I haven't yet.
Ooh,
What is it?
It's called Daddy's Head.
You.
Oh man,
Seemed kind of interesting. A coworker told me to watch it.
What if
And I
we did
just
like?
haven't yet.
What if we did like a poll? We all pick a movie and put it up on a poll on social media and see if people vote on it.
That's a good idea.
that would be a good.
We can
idea.
have a backup plan too, but I just want to see, or that could be for like the
Yeah.
next one. But I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, I was just throwing that out there as something.
What was it called? Daddy's Head.
Yeah, it's on Shudder. It's pretty new, I think.
Cool, dude.
I was suggested a movie. I have to look it up, but
I have a suggestion, which is one that Donnie brought up a while ago, which is Hush.
Hush.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be
If-
100% down
If
for
we
that.
don't watch that next, I would love to.
Have you
us
seen
watch
it
that.
already?
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
it's real good.
I have two. It's a
It's a
well.
home
I
invasion.
don't.
movie.
Me saying a good
Is
one
it
is
fucking
gonna.
rapey again?
I'm gonna say no, but it's a home invasion film, and I was a while since I've watched it, so I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
what was what is the Purge?
Home invasion with a deaf woman.
Home invasion with a deaf woman.
Yes, so that's
Mhm.
the concept of the film.
Is there any audio in this movie?
Well, for sure.
Are we in her position?
We're not
and we're
deaf.
just watching the movie happen.
But there is points in the movie, I think, where they cut the sound so that you get that experience,
Yeah,
which is cool.
that's
as shit.
interesting. I like that.
So
Yeah.
That's already better than this movie.
No,
Fuck off. Get the fuck
debatable. I do when A Quiet Place came out, I went and saw it in theaters with a couple other friends, and I was laughing so hard because it's so like the movie gets so quiet, obviously,
And then you
and
fart
every
in the
time it
theater?
would, my roommate would be like, digging through his popcorn bucket so loudly, and it was the only fucking sound in the whole theater. I'm like, dude, you gotta stop.
Yeah, calm down on that popcorn.
Yeah, like it's super quiet right
I'm
now.
gonna
You're
tell-
annoying everyone.
Do you ever do that thing where like if it gets super quiet, you stop chewing?
I've done it.
100%, yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. You know, so you're like, I can't even like imitate it audibly, but yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, and there's also this movie. It's called Audition. It's on Shutter. Ooh, Hush is on Shutter.
He didn't.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right
We
there.
should at some point we should do like a string of foreign movies because there's a lot of really good foreign horror movies. Like French horror movies are crazy.
Wasn't there something that we did once already, Opie, that you picked?
What do you mean?
Wasn't there some horror movie that was foreign? Oh, wait. What was that Christmas one
Oh, we did
with Santa Claus?
Rare Exports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Norwegian?
Yep. That was a good one.
Interesting.
I wonder what the score.
Is that even on our list?
I don't know. I know that we watched it with like Dad because Maddie loves that movie, and so
Yeah, and then the next year we watched it here with Dave.
yeah.
But I
feel
don't
like
know if we
did.
had. I think that might have been before this list, even.
That would be crazy because I feel like it was not that long ago.
But if it's not on the list, we
There
might.
it is. Rare Export.
Okay, what would we give it?
Dave gave it an 8.5. I gave it a 9. You gave it an 8.
All right.
So
Apparently, I'm pretty harsh on all these movies.
you're a turd.
Yeah,
Sure.
I definitely grade high.
You just called me a turd.
You're different.
Yeah, you're a turd.
All right.
If you were being a turd.
You guys are never gonna forgive me for this movie, huh?
Nope. You're a turd.
Dude, I don't want your forgiveness for this dumb fucking movie. Now,
Go
now
to
I hate it
fucking-
even more. Now I give it a 4.
I hope you get fucking eaten by
Fuck you, you
alien
already settled with
brainworms.
7.
I hope you get your fucking mouth ejaculated in by a fucking brain slug.
Yeah, without any Pokemon nails to save your little.
Why are you calling them Pokemon nails?
'Cause
I
she
hope
had
your
little-
pants get caught in a
she had
bloodbath ensues.
Nice reference to Mallrats.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
She had little Pikachu's on her nail.
And anybody that knows me knows I say that all the time.
What? Yes. You say it to me all the time.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't wish harm on the kid. I just want your parents to suffer that horrific ordeal so they learn how to properly
Yeah.
manage their child.
Nice. All right, so I don't know how we're gonna pick out the next movie or how that's gonna happen.
We'll
I'll have to call you in the middle of the week, probably.
we have this thing. It's called Discord, and we can contact each other at all times. We also have cell phones, and we have text messaging, and yeah, there's several ways to be in communicado. Although the other guy here, Donnie, he never responds to anything.
Oh, I am so bad at responding to. Yeah, that's true.
I might be that way too.
You have to trick him.
You gotta
You
trick 'em.
have to try.
You have
Hey,
to.
Tony, we left you a present in Discord, and I open it. I'm like, oh boy, and it's just like, hey, how you been? I'm like, that's conversation. We don't want that.
You need to be like that old guy in that one commercial for like Progressive or whatever with the fishing pole, and he's like, "All right, you're gonna have to try harder than that."
Hey, gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I'm just like, this isn't candy.
God damn it, this is a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are asking about my life.
You got to send Donnie a picture, right? And really, it's just like the words, like, "What do you think the movie should be?" But you censor it and blur it, so he has to click on the thing because he'll be like, "Ooh, what's that?" Click.
I'm
damn it.
definitely on the spectrum
Oh,
somewhere.
Is there porno under that? Click. No, damn it.
That's not titties.
Yeah, I thought that was boobs.
All right, so we don't know what we're doing. We promise nothing. Yeah, just a surprise next week. We'll see.
Yeah.
The first live action Scooby Doo.
Hey, maybe we'll get Hova on here and start doing that weird
All like
weird stuff.
super fucked up
the
movies.
gory stuff.
Yeah.
I think we should do. When's Terrifier 3 done in theaters?
I don't know, but we'll have to watch that one, huh?
But here's the thing: we don't have, because I know that we've watched the first two. Should we redo those?
Like do all 3 in a row whenever the third one's available.
We could, because we got to get Donnie's score on.
I don't
those
know if
anyway.
Dave will watch them again.
That's true too. Yeah, because
Dave didn't like them.
It's a lot.
yeah, they're
They're a
have you seen
lot.
them?
That's fair. It's definitely a certain yeah.
It's like one of those things. Like, I saw that, check that off the bucket list. Don't need to revisit. But I like them. And now did I send you the interview with the guy who plays Art the Clown?
No, but you should.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that, Donnie.
Because I also like the Terrifier movies.
Put it on the Discord.
That guy is super interesting. Super nice guy. Like
Not at all what you
it's
think.
funny because like he was saying that he had to do like whenever he has to work with a naked actress, he gets all super bashful and he like stares at the ground. And he's like,
interesting.
he's like, I won't look. And they're like, it's oh fucking K. Like
We're
good.
being paid to do this.
We're good. You need to cut me in half from my vagina to from my snapper to my snoot.
That is David Howard Thornton. that you're talking
Yes,
about.
that guy.
Yep. And that movie's got my favorite lady in the world. Not my favorite lady in the world, but my favorite actress, Jenna Kennel.
From pooter to snooter.
Oh, Jenna Kennel.
Jenna Kennel. Who is she in that one?
She's the skeleton girl.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in another
she
movie
was-
we did
yeah, in that
recently.
last one.
Yeah.
She was in the Bye Bye Man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That fucking classic.
Yeah, that classic.
Don't you start.
I like how we both said that classic, but they had two totally different meanings.
Right after we watched The Bye Bye Man, we went over to a friend's, and Maddie and I went over to a friend's, and we watched a movie called Long Legs. Have you
I've
guys
heard
seen it?
of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
And it kept making me think, this is what The Bye Bye Man would be if it were good.
I watched Long Legs, and I
The
think I
reason
would
why
agree
the
with you.
Bye Bye Man stuff was happening. There was like a reason behind it, and it was all the devil type shit. But it's better than the Bye Bye Man. So was that
I
it?
don't know why I get so combative when you say things like that, and makes me want to be like, the Bye Bye Man's the best movie that was ever created. I don't believe that to be true.
It's
You have an argument complex.
I think so.
yes, you're contrarian.
I think it's just you.
I-
I think you make me want to fight because we're related by blood.
And it's extra today because there's no Dave to like kind of sidetrack you. You're just looking
Yeah,
at
now I'm
me.
just focused on
He's
you.
just over there staring at
It's
me.
just unbridled hate.
Yeah, just looking at me.
I'm
Thinking
sitting
about
here
ways
thinking
to
about
piss
those-
me off.
Thinking about those times when I was playing Mario and you kept fucking walking in front of the TV.
I didn't know I was doing it.
And now I'm mad at Donnie because he kept kicking the cord out from my fucking PlayStation while I was trying to play Final Fantasy VIII.
That seems like a you problem.
These are
What are you guys fucking with my video games?
at least
Because we
Donnie's-
knew we had a glimpse into the future that you would give one of my favorite movies a shitty score. So like
I gave it
me
a
and Opie had a
7.
fucking meeting and we're like, we got to do this.
That's at least 1.5 points less than it should be, and that's why you got your cords kicked.
Yep.
1.5.
1.5. Fucking.
You can fuck up the paradigm and overcompensate on another rating down the line. to-
You are going to rue the day
Yeah.
you said those words.
I don't know how.
You're
I
going to
don't
be
know.
so mad.
Okay, I don't know what.
I'm going to make you watch some shit.
Oh, like fucking The Wicker Man from 06.
Have you seen it?
No, but I have it, and I know it's terrible. And I've seen the original.
Allegedly,
and I'm
it's
a
terrible.
snob, so I think the original.
Allegedly. You're a snob. Well, you two are fucking movie snobs, and you guys don't even watch movies.
I am very cultured when it comes to horror.
I was
and
waiting for
classic horror.
Donnie to rebuttal, but he said nothing.
I did agree with you that I'm like, I haven't seen a lot of shitty movies. Like, I don't go out of my way to watch movies that are like, this might be bad.
Watch bad
but-
movies.
I feel like I've watched a lot of really good movies. So
Every movie I watch is a fucking classic. Have you ever seen Citizen Kane? That's you.
No.
That's you.
No, I'm
the
more
movies
like,
for fucking nerds.
have you ever seen The Old Dark House? Mm-hmm. I've seen Rear Window. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I really like that one. I do. I love Rear Window. It's a good one.
All right. Well, there's some really fucking weird energy around right now, so we should probably call this thing.
Are you talking about what's happening over there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll call her. I'm just gonna play the intro as the outro, and we're gonna call her good.
All right. Till then.
Sounds good. Toodles.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
follow all the socials and stuff.
Oh,
Bye.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Great. Bye.